Bitter blow to Harry. Duke feels really difficult and green with envy as Kate take on new role pleased. Prince Harry saw a bitter blow after a loved patronage was handed to Kate, the Duchess of Cambridge, with a royal expert suggesting the group may be quietly pleased to get the popular royal on board. Royal commentator Richard Eden discussed the news that Kate, the Duchess of Cambridge, has now become the new royal patron of the Rugby Football League and the Rugby Football Union. Mr. Eden remarked the move would be a bitter blow to Prince Harry, who loved the sport and lost the patron when he left the royal family. However, Mr. Eden also looked at the other patronages up for grabs that were left behind by the Sussexes and believed the National Theatre patron should have gone to another royal apart from Camilla, the Duchess of Cornwall. Speaking on Mail Plus Palace Confidential, Mr. Eden was invited to share his thoughts on the new patronages. He explained, "Well, I think in the case of the Duchess of Cambridge, it is a bitter blow to Harry really. He loved rugby and there are lots of photos of Harry watching the rugby in the past, sometimes seated next to Catherine and William. And so to see that handed over to someone else will be difficult for him. But the fact it is the Duchess of Cambridge I think is great, because I think it will encourage women to take up rugby, it will help sort of broaden the appeal. You can see from the video of her taking part, really fun video they did, that they want to use it to make the most of the Duchess appeal. So I think overall, they might be quietly pleased. Actually, they've got Catherine instead of Harry." Mr. Eden then looked at Camilla's appointment to the National Theatre but was not convinced she may be the right person for the role. He continued, "In the case of Camilla's appointment at the National Theatre, again, when the Queen gave that patronage to Meghan, and it was a really big thing. Because she was thinking, what could I do that would make Meghan feel welcome, what would really work for her, and she thought, as a former actress, making a patron of the Royal National Theatre. And so it was a big thing for her to do, and Meghan, there was hardly any time she was involved in it. But I would like to have seen it gone to Prince Edward, who loves the theatre, who actually used to work for Andrew Lloyd Webber's company, and I think he would have been really enthusiastic. I'm sure Camilla will be great, she loves the theatre too. But I just feel that they're sort of sidelining Edward and his family too, and it's an indication that they're not really seen as parts of the future." Kate took part in rugby practice at Twickenham earlier this week after she was announced as their new patron. Prince Harry had held the role but saw the patronage removed after he confirmed he would not return following a year's cooling-off period. Confirming the news on Twitter, Kate said, "I am so thrilled to become patron of the RFL and England Rugby. Two fantastic organisations who are committed to harnessing the power that sport can have in bringing communities together and helping individuals flourish. I look forward to working with them across all levels of the games, and to cheering England on in what promises to be an exciting year for both sports." Prince William is also a patron of the Welsh Rugby Union. Millionaire-exiled Royal Prince Harry was mocked online Friday after moaning about suffering burnout, and telling everyone to take time away from their jobs to do the inner work on themselves. "Mental fitness is the pinnacle, it's what you're aiming for," the California-based British prince said in an online talk as part of his new gig as Chief Impact Officer of mental health coaching service BetterUp.